And if he swings at me, then I'll bust that sucker's knee. 'Cause tonight I'm feeling mean, I'm feeling mean.
Good. We're currently down Dennis right now because he had a serious electrical problem in his house, along with what sounded like flooding.
Oof.
So he's dealing with that. That's all right because you guys are in a good spot where he can easily like step away and be doing his own thing. Speaking about where you guys are, you guys in the last session left the mines and returned all the way to most of them, where you guys have met up with your proteges, done a little bit of trading. What do you guys want to do at the moment? We've spent about a week here. I know you guys have interacted with your proteges a little bit. Did you guys need more time? How's everyone doing on healing? Because that was the main goal, was to come back and get healed, correct?
Right. And
I think
pretty sure I've done the healing for the amount of time we've been here so far. So I'm going to just assume that's correct. Probably want to buy more honey brew again. I think that was 1 silver per.
Yep, that's 1 silver per.
Yeah.
And it is available.
So I'll go ahead and oop.
I think when I was with my protege, I might tap into my guild to see if they'll help me with healing or not.
Yeah, your buddies will help you with healing, although it does cost. They will help you. It's going to cost. It's going to cost you 6 silver pieces per healing that they cast on you.
All right.
And there's only actually there's two spells available. One of them which will cost 6, and the other which will cost 12. So and basically the way it works is that there's one cleric that can heal you a day. So and every time you go in there, you can get one of the healings or both of them. It's up to you.
Gotcha. And how much would that be?
Yeah.
12, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's 6 and 12, and try something small.
And 12 is the heavy one, I assume, right?
I'll tell you the details on them in just a second.
Sure, no problem.
One of them is a D4. The 6 silver pieces is D4, and the 12 silver pieces is D8 plus 1.
So they're both about the same price. Well, the D12 I get just a +1, so that's like
Or for 12 silver pieces it'll be D8 plus 1, and for 6 silver pieces it's just a D4.
Gotcha. I'll go for the 12.
Okay. Would you like to roll? Would you like me to roll?
I'll let you roll.
All right. Let's see if I'm lucky today. And you have just one big wound, so that's the one that they'll like put their hands on and try to heal. So here goes nothing. 8 points of healing to that one wound.
Not bad, not bad. Now I will put that with the points, right, to track the 8.
Yep, and the way it works is if your wounds drop under, like if the points drop under the days to heal, then the days to heal will also drop down. Right? So right now your days to heal are 17. So if your wound is less than 17, then the days to heal will drop as well. So
Right, so I'm at 17 days now and 18 points after the 8-point deduction.
yeah, so then the days won't change. because the days are still less than your points. So that was 1 day healing when you went in and you asked for assistance.
I'll do it again. Same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Would you like me to roll again, or?
Yes, like it's your
Cool.
character, quote unquote.
All right. Only 3 that time.
Oof. Now I'm at 15 and 17. Would my days lower
Yep.
or?
Yep. So the days would lower down to 15.
I'll do one more.
One more, same type.
Yes, sir.
My dice were starting to get cold. You still want me to roll for you?
Yep.
All right. Whew. You were lucky
Yeah.
there. 10 points of healing. And this has cost 36 silver pieces.
Yep, I got it.
How much gold is there to a silver again? Is it 10?
Yeah,
Yeah.
10 silver to a gold.
I guess one comment I think I probably want to make at this phase is I already tried to do my own hireling. I don't know how much time everyone else has spent, but if no one else is, quote, doing anything, they technically have like a week worth of days to go and try to get hirelings themselves, and if each of us managed to get like one, then that would mean we could go back to the mines with double the force. If we don't have any at all, then in the future I'm going to suggest we don't go back to the mines.
Cool story. I'd like to get healed as well.
So the one thing, like this healing's okay to do this side stuff, but to look for followers, they I believe all 3 of you, I think all of them talked with their proteges, and so that was what they were doing for that week.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be able to search for any assistant or search for followers for hirelings. Sorry, I was just based on the words. So, what sort of temple would you like to go to there, Mr. Ari?
I don't know, one that follows a lawful good religion.
So, let's see. Do you know about any of the current temples? Have you looked around at the temples here in Ismosum?
I looked for anything related to the halls of the Valorous, but I found nothing. So assumedly, I went around.
So why don't you roll a glean informations check? And basically, the better you do, the more temples I'll give. Yeah, just a regular, not opposed. So average. So you're probably going to know all the temples that are kind of in the open, but you're probably not going to know any secret or hidden temples. So you probably don't know about aside from the fact that you know Tubbs is here, you probably don't know about his actual sect. So the several temples that are in town are there is the conventicle of the Great Tree, which lies a few miles to the east, so not actually in Ismosvum, but kind of partially between Ismosvum and Shozani, right there. The conventicle of the tree is all about they're basically the druids. There is the Mother of the Elements, which is a god that seems to be more about neutrality. I mean, they've got 4 aspects, kind of like, just a temple of, airbenders and earthbenders and firebenders and all that. There is also probably the one that is most helpful for you is the Merciful Fates, which is a god that likes to provide healing. And tries to aid those in unfortunate circumstances. And then there's also the Merry Muses, which is basically just a theater performing troupe. So those are the 1, 2, 3. Those are the 4 temples that you know about.
Well, then I'll head to the Fates.
All right.
I don't know. That
So
theater troupe
essentially,
sounds like it has the best healthcare.
I mean, to be
That's true.
fair, the theater troupe does sound the most alluring, but at the same time, you don't go to the movie theater to get your appendix removed.
maybe they offer that double service. So see
That's
a
a
play and get an appendix removed.
that's a different theater. That's an operating theater. You went to the wrong theater.
Opera, operating, what's the difference?
Not much.
Your life. Your
They're
life is
both
the difference.
performances.
So
Yeah, an execution and a play are both performances. One ends with someone dying.
you're not an anointed follower, are you?
Not well. I mean, technically, I don't know what are we considering here because I am
you're an
willing to pay
anointed
the
follower,
fees.
You're an anointed follower of the Halls of the Valiant.
Also, the Valorous, yeah.
Yeah, Halls of the Valorous. Let me see if they're aligned with, because basically you get different prices for, like, if you're anointed, you both get more healing per spell, and it costs cheaper. So there's a double incentive to be
Sure, but I mean,
associated with
also at the
with a
same time, the cost issue. I am also been putting money aside to give to the halls as soon as I encounter one.
Mhm.
My sheet
Why
is
can't
like
I-
a bank sheet. I can't
Why
remember
can't
if
I
it's book
find
6
this?
or books 2. I have all my side stuff closed at the moment.
Um,
I tend to find that I open book 6 the most, but I can't remember why.
Confederate. No, it does not look like the Halls of the Valiant are Confederate. So it's basically 5 silver pieces per spell level, and the Church of Everlasting Hope has every spell level of cleric healing of healing, except for the lowest one. So they basically, I mean, they're much better healers than other clerics, obviously. So they basically, if you want a trivia, so a D4 for you is 5 silver pieces. A D6 is 10. A D6 plus 1 is going to be 15. D8 plus 1 is going to be 20 silver pieces.
Can they cure my back? Is that something they can do?
What happened to your back?
I threw it out, attacking a sturge.
Let me see. And was that a muscle pull? Is that
Yeah,
what it
I
was?
think it was a muscle pull.
Cure muscle pull. I think they can, but I think it's an incredibly high level spell, like 15th level or something like that.
Wow. Therapy, man. Therapy is an incredibly high level spell. Give me some hot rocks and 75 gold, and you're on.
Yeah, rectify sprain is a 4th level spell. Or mend muscle tear. Mend muscle tear is 8th level.
And that shiatsu massage, that's some high level magic.
So I think mend muscle tear is the one you're looking for. So I think that would be an 8th level spell, so that would be 40 silver pieces, but they could do it. And there actually is a cleric.
This is gonna live with my back pain then, I guess.
And there
I mean,
is
I
a
have no
cleric that
good
is
use for
available.
my money. I have no good use for my money, but at the same time, that's a lot of money for something that's gonna go away on its own. I mean, I know you could say that about everything. How much was the D8?
The D8 plus 1 is 20 silver pieces.
All right, throw me down for one of those,
All right.
and I'll mark off 2 gold.
You get 2 healing.
Cool, that's my luck. I think I'm done with
terrible.
healing.
And that'll go to they'll put that on your biggest wound. If
Yeah,
if you're
which is
just
the
going for a
6.
small amount of healing, it's typically most cost effective. At least some of my players have found just to buy like the lowest hit point one, because like a D4 can penetrate the most. But
Sure, but I'm also looking at the fact that you rolled a 1, which would penetrate nothing and still give you the same.
Yep.
So technically, I guess you're right that I would have paid the same amount of money for the same amount of healing, or I mean a lesser amount of money. But at the same time, I could also drown myself in livers and whatnot.
that's also true.
Cool.
Was anyone else
I'm-
looking for any healing?
Yes, yeah, Kara would like to get some healing too. I don't know that she would know the same temples or anything. I don't know if she knows anything about temples. So.
Yeah, roll a clean information check. Yeah, you do know the same temples. So you could go to the same one if you'd like.
Sure. I don't remember what the prices were.
Basically 5 silver per so 5 silver for a cure trivial. So 5 silver for a D4, 10 silver for a D6, 15 silver for D6 plus 1, and 20 silver for D8 plus 1.
Wait, sorry. It was 10 silver for a D6 or D6 plus 1? I got lost there.
10 silver for a D6, 15 silver for a D6 plus 1.
Okay. And 5 for a D4? Or a D4?
5 for a D4, yep.
I'll try the D4. Just see how it goes.
All right. That's 3 points of healing.
Yeah, I'll do that again. So another 5.
Okay. So this would involve you coming back, basically, because one cleric aids you, and since a cleric can only memorize 1 spell of each level, basically you just have to keep coming back to try to get this healing. But you guys have 7 days, so that's possible. So you get another 3.
Okay, I'm good. Now it's a pretty low level wound. And I actually haven't done anything with the protege because I haven't been like siphoning experience points to hand off to them. So
Oh, okay. Yeah. What would you like to do for these 7 days?
Griff, I forgot your character's name. Thalon. Did
Yes,
you
Thalon.
ask us to try to find hirelings? Or did we kind of basically all split once we got here? Like meet back 7 days?
Well, I imagine we could always like just reconvene and talk with each other at some point. But given my own attempts have failed, I could make another attempt, and each of us could all make an attempt to try to find someone to assist us. And if we double our numbers, that'll be great. Now we could maybe go back to the mine. Otherwise, I'm thinking not. That's my opinion right now. We don't have to take a whole week. We only need to take a handful of days. That would also give everyone a little bit more time to heal too.
I'm down. I'll give it a shot. I don't know that I'll be good at this. I'm not super charismatic or anything, but I could try it. And the only other thing that Kara wants to do is definitely try to buy a hooded lantern.
Yeah, there is a hood lantern available.
Sweet. How much?
Yeah.
Is that?
I think it's just the mining lantern. I think it was like 10 SP.
Yeah, it's the mining lantern.
Don't forget oil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make sure to buy oil as well, which is also available. Hidden, you're a little quiet. Just so you know.
Okay. I'll work on turning.
A hooded lantern is 10 silver pieces, and each flask is 6 trade coins. So each flask of lamp oil. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then otherwise, yeah, if I run into the law and he asks us to look for hirelings, I will look for hireling.
Okay.
All right. So this is during that same 7-day process. Would you like any preconditions, or would you just like to look for any old hireling? By preconditions, like, you know, candidate must be taller than me, or candidate must be ginger, or must really enjoy radishes.
Uh,
Those
I
are all
guess,
necessary traits.
yeah, I guess candidate must look like they can handle themselves in a fight.
Okay, so you're looking for
Yeah.
like especially like like basically that what I'd consider that is you're especially like looking for fighters. Or like a martial class as opposed to like, because sometimes you can just get random mercenary hirelings who could be a mage, or I mean you're predominantly the odds are that you're going to get a martial class anyways, but there is like a slim chance that you could get a rogue, a thief, an assassin, a mage. I mean any class.
Okay.
And so
then
yeah.
Yeah. Then I guess if the odds are for a martial class anyway, then no preference. I'll just look see
All
what's
right.
around.
So let's see. This takes 1d3 days. So the first 2 days, so you're checking in for healing. You actually let's see, make a glean information check. This is of average difficulty, so you want to get within 40% of your glean information. So just shy. So the first 2 days you spend looking around, and you feel like you're getting some bites, but nothing substantial. So another 2 days pass. So now we're on day 4. Let's see, another glean information check. Still nothing. And on the 5th day, let's see it again. So you're asking around, and maybe it's your demeanor, maybe it's where you're asking, but there's just no one looking for mercenary work, or maybe they're all being attracted to Thalon's search and just getting rebutted by him. So another 3 days. So basically, we'll say this is by the time 7 days have passed, you haven't found any additional recruits. We'll say maybe even each one of these checks was you like going to a different bar, or like a kind of like each zone you were staking out. And on the last day, you're like kind of like looking for a new location, and by the time 7 days have passed, you haven't found any recruits, and you're about 1 day away from potentially finding another. That is your 7 days. Do you guys? So far we've got Ari and Cody. We're getting helping out proteges, and Falon and Kara were looking for hirelings.
Yeah, hirelings,
actually,
a lot of fencing goods.
I mean, actually, I don't deal with my protege, so
yeah.
So if I could, I would like to get out there and try and find somebody.
Yeah. This would also be a good time to, like, since I know you're wanting to be on the night track, in order to like put points in skills such as writing, which is your writing skill close, or is your writing skill already sufficiently high?
No, the writing is the one I haven't done anything with.
Yep.
Also, haven't ridden a horse since the game started,
So yeah, this would be a good time to now like say that you were training with a horse. So like in order to actually be able to like roll in that skill, you could say like, you're visiting a stable and practicing during this week. So would you also like to search for some hirelings?
I was thinking so, since I have such a high charisma.
Probably work out well. Do you have any preconditions? I heard something about really liking Carricks.
Must be valorous is the
valorous.
only thing I'm putting out there.
All right. So 2 days in, roll a glean information check. This is average to see if you found anyone.
Right. Being very charismatic doesn't mean anything to glean information, though, because I am very stupid and dim-witted.
Yeah. 2 days have passed by, and I mean, maybe it's just you're turning people away because they don't seem valorous enough. But on the 7th day, you feel like you could have found someone. You've heard rumors about a valorous man on the other side of most of them. And in fact, you're slightly wrong in that you didn't find a man, but in fact you've heard of a woman named Zani, who I mean you meet her on the other side of most of them in a little bit of a rundown tavern, and maybe you're asking around questions, and one of the barkeep goes, yeah, I've heard of someone, a real hero, as you might say, looking for some work. I'm glad you're coming around hiring an adventurers. Really stimulates the local economy. They're that over there on that far table, Zani. She's been a little bit down on her luck, but she might help you out. I've heard good stories about her prowess. And
Thank you very much. It's very good info. I will slide him 2 copper pieces.
Oh, well, why, thank you. Thank you very much.
It's always good to have people with knowledge that will help you out.
So
across the room.
The person that you look at is a Svimosish woman. She's not dressed very very richly at all. She's definitely she doesn't look like she's in a good situation in terms of money. So maybe this would be good to approach her. But she does look, fit. She has the build of a warrior, at least.
Right, I will cross the room and approach the table that she is sitting at.
You see, she's kind of she's a little bit like leaning back, and she's like kind of smiling and laughing, trying to kind of butt into the table next to her that's having a bunch of a bunch of fun and laughing and drinking.
Excuse me, this is a bit awkward, but could I take a seat?
I don't mind at all. Sure.
I heard from the bartender as I sit down, Riker style, that you're looking for work, that you're an accomplished hero.
Yes. Well, I've done my share of. I've seen some battle, and she kind of shows you part of her arm, and she's got several scars on her arm. She goes, if this is any proof, but I signed on as a younger woman and fought, but unfortunately my term ended, and I tried to find mercenary work, and it's ended me here in not a great situation, but here's hoping. The next job will just be around the corner.
Well, that's what brought me here. You see, I'm looking for assistance in a mission that me and my compatriots have taken upon. And here I am, looking at you, in need of help, in need of...
I'm a man looking at a woman. I don't know. How's that song go? It sounded like you were singing a cheesy love song. Sorry.
Well, I mean, love at first sight, I guess. Who knows? I'm not feeling it. Maybe she is.
She says, "What kind of work would this be?"
There is a mine to the west of here that is filled with sturges, as I hear it.
Sturges, you say?
and we need to clear it. Unfortunately, we only have 5 people in our number, so it is a very dangerous operation.
I see. Dangerous, you say? How dangerous?
One of our number nearly died simply scouting the cave. I
Oh,
myself have been injured a number of times.
good gracious! And I guess I could. What would be the pay?
I'm open for negotiation, though I must say that I do detest negotiating money. I would be more inclined to give you a cut of the profit up front rather than to negotiate a fee here and now.
Hmm.
We are being
Okay.
paid. We are being paid by a contractor. I would be willing to give you part of my fee as
Yeah. Yeah.
well as a portion of anything we find down there that would have been allotted to me anyway.
I.
Of course, I'm not suggesting that you take anything from my compatriots, but anything that would have been allotted to me, you have, I don't know, we'll use a word I've heard somewhere in the southeast called dibs.
Yes. I've heard of this dibs. Yes. I. I guess it comes down to a recruitment roll check. So, you get, what is your current honor?
My current
Is
honor.
it just average? It'll
This
give
is
you a
my
bonus on your
stalling to
recruitment roll.
scroll up. I have a bonus of plus. Oh no, I don't know what that bonus is from. I have an honor of 23.
All right, so I think that's average, correct?
I think so. I'm not in the next
All
tier
right.
up. I'm just at the edge of the next tier up.
And what is your alignment?
Lawful good.
Okay. And that will be that. So I need to roll a resist persuasion against you, and you need to roll an opposed recruitment roll.
Cool. That's when I actually have stuff in. You said
So
opposed?
yeah, yep, it's opposed, and I'll roll in the open as well. The modifiers are essentially their wealth, your difference in alignment, your honor, and then once you guys start getting fame bonuses, then that'll add in there as well.
Yeah, well,
So
recruiting was one that I actually put points into for no reason.
yeah, no, well,
So I
I
actually
think
have a
you have to
26
have it.
recruiting.
I think you have to have it for a night, right? I think that's one of the.
I'm pretty sure.
So
This is-
she hums and haws, and she goes, and I don't have many weapons. Will equipment be provided?
I'll tell you what. We've got some time. Wait a second. This is day 7. We're about to leave. This is very last minute. We can rush
We
through
can
the
extend
town.
the time limit, don't worry.
We can rush through the town and get you equipped with whatever I can afford. I would
You can
not
do
want
like a
anybody
movie
that I would bring
montage
on the
scene.
mission. Yeah, the boat's about to leave. We're rushing. Wait! You forgot about us! Have a
So
nice trip
you
to
can do that.
America, Jack.
She shakes your hand. I'd love to. I'd love to help you. Count me in.
All right, then. Let's see, we go get you some equipment, then. So I guess I'm going to be spending the last of my 3 gold on armor, weapons. I don't have to buy food. I've still got that in spades.
Spending 3 gold on it, going all in. Jeez.
Who would like control of this character? Yeah, who would like control of Zani?
If we end up going to the mines, Thawne's not going down, so I'll take custody for the future.
Alright.
I might even take control of additional hirelings if necessary.
All right, so they're all under henchmen. Like basically, all control them in like role playing situations, and
I'll just do
like,
combat rolls, and
yeah, basically that's what what it'll come down to.
perfectly fine.
Um,
Just pull it up
Griff's a
here.
clicker.
So I don't have the book open right now. Padded leather armor is how much?
Padded is
Because padded gives you the bonus in case you fall, and we've already seen somebody fall here, so I'm going to go with the padded leather armor.
yep. Padded is padded armor is 4 silver pieces.
All right, and then I will give her a saber, because it's what I use. It's good enough for me. It's good enough for you. How much is that?
Do you want to know what she's proficient in at all?
You know what? If she's proficient in something, I might as well get her that then. Turns out she's proficient with glaives, more expensive weapons.
A spear?
Oh, yeah, I'm proficient in solid silver swords.
I'm only proficient in golden gem-encrusted chalices.
You know what? To make my sword out of all your gold pieces.
She's proficient in the javelin, the spear, and the where is this? And the broadsword.
All right, how much is a broadsword?
The broadsword is sword broad 14 silver pieces.
1 gold and 4 silver. And what's the difference between a javelin and a spear?
A javelin.
You can throw spears too.
Throw. The javelin you can throw better.
All right. Well, how much would be 5 javelins and 1 spear?
A spear would be.
Also, I hope you're taking a note of this, Griff, since you're playing it.
2 silver pieces. And javelins would be 2 silver pieces for a spear. And javelins are 6 copper each.
6 copper each, you said?
Yep.
So that'd be 3 silver. I said I don't know who's controlling the sheet. I assume Griff was. That's why I said I hope Griff is taking note of all this.
Yeah, I can give you guys all control if you'd like.
So I bought her padded armor, a broadsword, 5 javelins, and 1 spear. Like I said, I've already got food on lock. I don't need to buy more food for an additional party member. I've also got drink on lock.
Got that drinkle?
Don't know about anything else I would need to get her.
I mean, that would make sense. You've got her armor, unless you wanted to get her a shield of some kind. But
broadsword is 2-handed, isn't it?
A broadsword is 1-handed.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Medium shield is how much?
A medium shield is 30 silver pieces.
That is too much. How much is a buckler?
9.
I've only got like 15 silver pieces left. Give me an option here.
A small is 15 silver pieces. A buckler is 9.
Let it not be said that I was not generous. A small shield.
Ooh.
And I am essentially broke. Well, I'm not broke. I am carrying money in case there's a thief in the party. But that money is labeled to go to a religious order. So if you're not stealing from me, you're stealing from Vor.
So if they're literate, then they'll be like, oh man, this money says to the church. But otherwise they're just like, oh cool, money with writing on it.
To be fair, I always label all of my coin pouches for the orphans.
Keep in mind, you do
He's got,
need
like,
to
a
actually
label
pay
maker.
her salary.
Say what?
You do need to pay her
Griff?
salary, so don't forget to have money for that.
No, that's not the agreement that we made. I'm not paying her anything. I feel like you weren't listening to that part, Griff.
Hey, you keep your details straight, and I'll just remind you that people care.
Well, like I said, I'm hoping that you kept all that information down on her sheet, Griff, because I don't want her dying because you forgot to put her damage resistance down for a weapon and armor and whatnot.
Oh, it's already there. Don't worry.
The moment you claimed her was the moment it was your responsibility.
All right. And I'll fill out her what level and whatnot she is.
10th level. It was a real good deal.
So the way this works is also like these people that you're hiring are going to be at max first level, but at minimum they could be 0th level characters. So that's the so they'll be between 0 and first. So
Oh, if you ain't first, you're last.
that's true. That's true.
Great man once said that.
But the greatest man said that, I believe.
Yeah, Ricky Bobby's dad. Right after he got into a fight on Applebee's. True facts.
The few things that you won't see on these character sheets, so I'll give you access to, and so you'll know that what class they are and what core stuff. I mean, that's just going to be a necessary evil with making it easier to run, but which I don't really mind. But I will the alignment and the any quirks and flaws, those will not be on that character sheet. So, because you guys don't know what quirks and flaws they are, and you don't know what alignment they are until you guys have been adventuring with them. So, that's the long short of that. What would you guys like to do? It's been exactly 7 days.
Well, I'm assuming she's not lawful good.
There's a chance.
I mean, there's a good meta knowledge that I have here that she has a minus 30 for something.
That's true.
I'm not casting any aspersions, though. That's not the kind of person Ari is. You say no negative words about other people. And you also don't negotiate money. 2 major evils of the world.
So, on the 7th day, Ari shows up with Zani, and she's she's not in terms of looks, she's a solid 10. In terms of she has a look score of 10
out of 20.
Out of 18, I guess, or 20 if you're a high looks character. So
an elf, I guess, could be 20.
Yeah.
Right?
So she's solidly middle of the road.
Again, Ari's not looking at this, doesn't care.
But she's definitely like sturdy. She's now in padded armor, and she's got decked out in several weapons. She's smiling. She looks ready. Who are all these people?
And I guess strangers, introduce yourselves.
Are these who we're traveling with?
Working on her equipment, so someone has to take the reins here.
Oh, great to meet you, Thalon. And you two?
I'm Tubbs. Pleasure to meet you, lass.
Oh, it's a pleasure, a pleasure indeed. What I heard we're going to a mine. Are we heading out now? Are you guys heading out now, or do you guys want to spend more time?
Well, we won't be going to the mine with just one extra, I believe. Though you do seem well equipped.
Oh, that's all due to Ari here.
Of course. I like the javelins. I'll have to remember that.
Really? Wow, Ari. You're quite generous.
It seems
Have
the
I
minimum.
not been in the past?
I was thinking of about the same for myself, but I would recommend. I would actually like for us to stay a few more days. I didn't have much success before, but I think I'm going to pay someone to find me a few more people. If you all want to spend some time, or even pay the recruiter as well, or your own recruiters, perhaps we can get one or two more.
I would help, but sadly I paid for my healing.
As you wish. You won't have any extra assistance then. But yeah, I'll go ahead and inform our boatman Vesh that
Yes.
we'll be taking a couple more days just to see if we can get a couple more people to help us out with the mine. If we can head back there. So it'll be just a few more days.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. That works for them.
Okay. Well, so like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and pay for a recruiter.
Okay.
How much was that?
To pay for a recruiter is an upfront fee of 5 silver pieces, but the real kicker is a bonus of equal to 3 months' wages, should the individual be hired. So.
Okay. So
And
I'll toss out 5 silver.
And so the 3 months' wages is, I mean, that's going to be a lot because remember you have to pay 16 silver a month for a mercenary.
Yeah.
So that would be 48 silver.
Yeah. Right now I'm holding on to 4 gold and 15 silver.
Okay.
So
that would be enough to pay for one. Should they find any? What preconditions?
Not
like
evil, I think, was the one I went with last time. And then
right.
not any others after that.
How long would you guys like to stay if you're hiring this person? Or you're like they're still fired. So the one thing when you find an agent, you still have to make the recruiting roll to you still have to make the recruiting roll. But basically, the agent will automatically succeed if your criteria isn't too strenuous. So,
okay.
How long would you like to stay? Is I guess the big question. What is everyone?
I'm trying to remember like how long this would take.
Anywhere from 2 to 6 days with your criteria.
I'm gonna wager on 4 right now.
Okay.
So
3. So you guys can just add another 3 days of healing during this time period. For you're finding one, so you have your recruiter that you've your recruiter has finally brought back after your 3 days. Your recruiter brings back I've got a perfect candidate here. He's a great warrior. He's a Smomish man from the from northern Zazani. He's decided to stop fighting for the warlords and decided to brave it searching for treasure. And I've heard that you all are doing just that, and I think this could be the perfect fit for you all.
Oh, a veteran. Well, I'm excited already then. Well, let's see him.
All right. Well, here he is. His name is Ms. Namvo.
Miss Namvo.
Yep. He's a well. This guy. Let me just check really quick. He's a sturdy looking fellow. He's actually incredibly attractive. He's got a broad smile, and he's Howdy. Everyone calls me Miz.
I imagine the lawn is thinking, like, why is everyone so much better looking than me? But he'll go ahead and reach out and shake his hands, like, pleasure to meet you. I am Thalon.
I'm so glad to be able to work with you. This is such a pleasure and an honor. I hear we're going deep into the jungle, adventuring.
That's right. There are a few locations that we'll be going to on behalf of the Gold Lion Trading Company. One of them is a mine that we already know is full of goblins. So we expect we need the extra help.
Ah, yes, goblins. I've heard of them. Easily handleable.
They don't, from what I've heard, they don't seem heavily armed, but there are many of them. However, I'm hoping that our numbers will satisfy meeting theirs. You said the recruiter said you were already a veteran. Is that correct?
That is correct. I did see some fighting to the north. It was all easily stuff. Just some skirmishes.
I see. Of course. Then do you already have your own equipment?
Unfortunately, in the ensuing battles, after getting discharged, they didn't let me keep anything.
Understandable.
Met a little bit of a rough patch. That's why I made my down here. I heard there was good searching for. They hired a lot of men for the the Jade Lion. I've done a little bit of work with them on the docks, but haven't signed on to an expedition. Well, I guess
here's your chance.
When we're signing on. So here's my chance. Yeah. Woo.
Very well.
Yeah,
done.
pumped to be here. Yeah.
So I do have my offer for you, of course. We can pay your salary for the trip, and I will pay it upon our return, at which point we are expected to receive our payment for such.
Yeah. I heard it was a half share of anything we find there, and then payment for any of the downtime. Yeah.
That is correct. Those are the
Awesome.
terms I will propose, and it seems like you accept them as well. Good.
Well, I guess it'll come down to this recruiting role to see if he does, though.
Yes. It is
What is your
dangerous and you like
alignment?
danger. Chaotic good.
So an opposed recruiting check.
Okay, I'll go
Let's
ahead and
see,
hit my recruiting button.
His wisdom is that.
I believe on opposition, rolling high is good, so this should turn out okay this time.
Yep, that will.
It's a 94.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an opposed checkbox now.
93, yeah.
There is an opposed box. There is an opposed check now. She's got to net that. And he's kind of like, you haggle him back and forth, and he goes, yeah. All right, I'm ready to go. When shall we depart? I'm ready whenever you are.
We'll be departing sometime tomorrow, I believe. We were expected to stay for 4 days, and this is the 3rd.
Okay.
So I will arrange to have your equipment ready, and we will meet together at the docks.
All right.
Okay, so I will go ahead and handle his equipment off-screen eventually.
Yep,
I'll
add
probably
him
be
in there.
giving him roughly the same amount, but of course I do have to ask how much was the bonus going to be?
So that will be, since he's a mercenary, it'll be 16 times 3, so it'll be 48 silver pieces.
48. That is all my gold, because 1 gold, 10 silver, and then 8 more. So that's going to put me down to 7 silver, and now I have to equip him off of 7 silver.
Yeah,
Fortunately,
that's
I
gonna be
already have
tight.
extra weapons.
Yeah, thank God you stopped by and looted that corpse on the way back, right?
Yeah, if only. Okay, so I'll be doing this on the side. We can probably go ahead and keep proceeding.
Oh man, that should have been the condition, right? Necromancer.
That should have been the condition. You have to loot a grave for us without telling Ari.
Oh, I was just saying necromancer. That way Dennis comes back. That's Cody. Cody is back. Hey, Cody. Hey, Eric. Cody's still alive. You know that? Just don't talk to him. Also, put this on your nose.
I think you rolled how many days it would take me to.
Yes.
maximum
So
day,
you
and I
you
was
have
almost
yeah
there.
you have 1 day left. So on your 4 days, you're staying an additional 4 days. On that first day, you can make a glean information check. It's an average
Yeah.
check.
Give it a shot.
So you do succeed in finding someone, or at least there's the chance that they. All right. You have encountered, while in your final hours of searching through uh, the crowds, you managed to find someone. His name is Deshaz, and he's just at one of the. Where were you searching for him? I'll ask you.
Where was I searching for him?
Yeah, where were you searching for him?
Yeah, I don't know where I would hang out. I guess different bars.
All right, the old bar search. But finally you found a man. You hear him, talking about fighting the good fight and all that, and you make his introductions. Hello, my name Deshaz.
Nice to meet
He's
you,
a
Deshaun.
he's a rather thin, kind of a little bit on the ugly side, Samosish with a sharp, hawkish hook nose. What brings you here?
Well, I'm looking for some help as we head down south. In a few days. Looking for someone who can, wield a weapon half decent. Heard
Oh,
you might be the guy to talk
if
to.
anyone can, I can indeed. Yeah, I'm a good fighter, for sure.
All right.
What what sort of thing are we doing?
Well, we got a mining cave of goblins to
Whoop,
excavate the
goblins!
goblins up. Yeah.
If anyone can fucking fight goblins, it's Deshaz, that's for sure. I've been fighting goblins since I was young, very young.
Is there? Sorry. Is there like a skill like insight? I can't remember what it would be called in this.
To see if
Yeah.
he's lying?
Yeah, to see if he's full of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be an opposed observation check.
Okay. Can I roll that to see if he's just, full of it? Oh, if I check opposed.
He seems to be fibbing. You definitely think he's fibbing. It seems like he's more like kind of like a boastful fib. Seems like he's really trying to impress you.
Okay. Yep. So the main thing is that wait, I've totally forgotten. What is it? What is the expected pay for a dude like this?